Something to remember to cultivate when you're feeling very anxious energy. I feel it a lot right now. I feel a lot in these past few weeks. There's a lot of anxiety, and anxiety itself is fear. The thing you have to remember when you're anxious, whatever you're anxious about, whether it be something you're aware of or it's generalized anxiety, whatever it is that you're anxious about, it doesn't have power until you allow it to put fear in you. Because like I said, anxiety is fear, right? And when we're anxious about something, it's usually a future event. It might be something that happened in the past, but it's never about anything that's happening right in this moment. Even if it's a few seconds ahead or if it just happened, it's never right now in this moment. It's impossible. So whatever it is that you're so afraid of happening or afraid of doing or anything, you're sending the signal that you can't handle it. If you're nervous to go to a job interview or talk to someone or solve a problem, or if you're just generally anxious about life, how am I supposed to keep paying my bills? How am I supposed to keep going to work? All these things, if you're genuinely anxious in your heart, you're sending the clear signal to the universe of I don't think I can do it. So that's what I mean when I say whatever you fear, you give power by allowing it to put fear in your heart. You're sending the message of I'm not strong enough, I can't handle it, and so that makes you feel like you can't. Feelings are very real, they're very strong. Whatever we feel becomes real. Whatever fear we let control us, by letting it control us, we're making it a reality. We are literally creating what we don't want, and that's just how fear works. You're sending the signal to the universe, I'm not equipped. You're sending the signal to your angels, to your guides, I can't do this. I'm not protected by y'all. Do you see where that's not disrespectful, but almost she thinks she don't got it? She thinks she can't handle this after all? After everything that you've been through, you think you can't handle this? And we only feel like we can't handle it because, like I said, anxiety is a past thing. It's impossible to go back in our past and change something that happened. It's impossible to look to the future and fucking jump there. I don't know. But the reason why it becomes so real to us is because it's impossible to think about something that's going to happen because your current energy is not there. You're not there. You don't know the context. You don't know the resources you will or will not have. You don't know what mood you're going to be in. You don't know what help you're going to have at that moment. Our minds are not equipped to deal with future problems because we literally are not there yet. All our minds are equipped to deal with is fucking anxiety. And so that's all we can do is feel anxious about it. But remember that anything in the future, you're not going to know the conditions. You're not. You can think of how bad it is. You can think of how good it is, but it's ultimately not going to be what you think. So to put yourself through pain and anxiety twice, to be anxious about something before it happens to the point where you're causing sickness and illness in yourself, it's pointless. If you're a very anxious person, you might as well just be anxious when it happens or when you're doing it. Fear has no control over you as long as you don't let it. As long as you always have that reminder in your heart that I can handle anything. Because anxiety sends a message that I cannot. And so that makes us not want to deal. It makes us put things off. It makes us avoid. Avoiding is bad. It's better to face it. With all the anxiety in your heart, it's better to face it, do it, whatever you're scared of, go into it. Because all our ego and our anxiety is going to tell us to do is run the other way. And where's the growth in that? There is none. There's stagnancy, there's depression, there's even more anxiety because you're not dealing with the things you need to deal with. You're not taking care of what needs to be taken care of. When you're in a very anxious place, you have to take a step back and tell yourself, look at yourself objectively. Look at all that I've overcome. Look at all that I've handled. Look at where I am now. I've done it on my own internally. whatever this is, how big or how small, it doesn't matter if I've never dealt with something this I don't know, this big, or whether you have, whether you don't know what's going to happen and that's the anxiety you're dealing with of the unknown. Either way, when you're in a very anxious space, just remind yourself, me being anxious is, okay, we can't help that we feel anxious, but me giving into this anxiety and giving into the thoughts that are saying, oh my God, what am I going to do? I just don't know what to do. Like, you know, conceptualizing these feelings of anxiety versus just doing it, versus just breathing deep, praying. My guides, my angels, protect me, speak through me, allow me to communicate in ways that open up avenues for healing. Instead, if you are giving into it, if you're letting it generate in your body, like letting the pain and the anxiety make you sick and just thinking about why you can't do it and making it make you avoid things, it's not healthy. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to your angels, your guides. It's not fair to your higher self. So just try to remind yourself when you're in these very tough spaces that, okay, this seems insurmountable. This seems very uncomfortable. We get anxious when we have to do something that's going to make us uncomfortable. But like I said, our ego, our anxiety is going to tell us to run the other way because we can't handle it, because it's too much. Okay, it's too much, but this is your reality. You're in control. You're the leader of your reactions. And so let's be brave. Let's remember, you can face anything. You can handle anything. You've come this far. You're on your path. You're a healer. You're healing yourself. You're healing the energy that surrounds you. There's nothing that you can't face. So the key is to just face it. Go into that. Run towards what's making you scared. Because how it works is, it's giving you anxiety because you don't know what's going to happen. And then you try to conceptualize and think. But if you accept the fact that you don't know and you go into that open space feeling like, who knows how this is going to go, versus this is going to go so bad, I'm going to leave feeling like this. Go into it thinking, damn, I'm nervous as fuck, but who knows how it's going to go. That's where the path splits. That's where there's a difference between going down the same road of comfortability and anxiety and letting your ego keep you afraid of things that you can handle, that you're meant to learn to communicate and go through, versus accepting, okay, I'm going to be uncomfortable right now, but who knows? That path right there is the path of growth, is the path of, God sees that, your angels see that, and that's sacrifice, and that's putting yourself somewhere you don't want to be, but believing in yourself and your angels and your guides so much that it's ultimately above you. It's above me. I know I'm always protected. I know I'm taken care of. I know I'm safe right here. No one can make me feel down here for speaking my truth. No one can make me feel unstable as long as I know that I am equipped to deal. Even if you're scared, just remember that and you'll be golden. Fuck anxiety. It's not real. We're powerful. We can take it. We can handle it. This is the real world. This is the matrix. And if we can't escape to another reality, we got to learn how to play the game, like I said. So I'm going to keep saying it. Let's play the game right. I love y'all.